Hi, I'm speaking with Beth Durham, Director of Operations of the 2011 Hoka Hey Challenge. And Beth, it's been a great event, and it's winding down now. Your thoughts about the challenge this year?
Well, I have to agree. It has been a great event. We've really enjoyed coming to Cape Breton Island, and the welcome here has been just phenomenal. So we've already had the majority of our challengers have either joined us here at the finish line, or they are on their way still. I've got probably about 8 riders that are still out there. I welcomed 2 here during the storm, the remnants of Hurricane Irene that were brushing the island. So I had 2 of these hardy souls ride in the midst of all of that. Otherwise, most of them are headed home, and I'm just waiting to hear back from them on their successful, safe arrival back to the house.
Beth, when the challenge started, can you just elaborate on what you were thinking when the challenge first started to get organized?
Oh, when the challenge first started to get organized, boy, that goes back a ways, because we had, this is our second event. We had Hoka Hey 2010 was organized so that the riders left Key West, Florida and went to Homer, Alaska on a route that we followed, or that we prescribed. So they had to follow that route to Homer, Alaska. It was over 8,400 miles. So this is the second time we've done this. This one was exceedingly long, though. It was we advertised 10,000 plus miles, and the route itself actually ended up being 13,800 miles. So that it took a toll on some of the riders. A number of them either ran out of time or funds and ended up having to go home before reaching the finish line. And you know, my heart goes out to them, because the disappointment at not being able to finish what they started. But it's just the challenge itself, and when we're organizing it and putting it together, we're trying to get people to challenge themselves, and one of our monikers is expect the unexpected. So I know that even though people did read that on the website, some of them were still not prepared for the distance, the time frame, the technical riding involved in this year's challenge. And next year, when we organize the one for 2012, it'll be different still.
You had no idea where Cape Breton was or what it was like. Your thoughts about that, you know, when you first started to organize the event?
Well, that's not quite true. I did know about Cape Breton Island, and I had been to Nova Scotia personally, but it was Halifax, okay, and not this part of the region. So, you know, one thing I didn't know is that Cape Breton Island is unique and distinct from the rest of Nova Scotia, and how much they celebrate that distinction. But the people here have just treated us beautifully. We couldn't have asked for a better landing place, and the finish line and the party that the folks here in Cape Breton Island planned for us. I am eternally grateful for their dedication and their recognition of the accomplishment that our challengers made.
Of course, David Roma is doing the documentary about the challenge. Your thoughts about that? Oh,
that is something worth celebrating too. The documentary itself is going to describe what it is to persevere. It draws a correlation between the challengers and the Indian people in the United States, and the difficulties and the challenges that they face. And truly, we're all on one highway. We all have one common goal, and the riders in the Hoka Hey Challenge are just representative of that concept. And to be able to persevere and to help one another through, and to do right by your fellows on that road. So the documentary will highlight that, as well as to try and bring awareness to the conditions that that people live with on the Indian reservations in the U.S.
Andy Tonette and the local Harley owners group here in the Sydney area, they were very impressed with Hoka Hey, and of course they helped out. Your thoughts about the organization here, the Harley Owners Group here in Cape Breton?
I couldn't say enough about them. They have been kind to us. They've welcomed us. I've said that they've rolled out the road carpet for us. The party that we had that they threw for us, we didn't have very many challengers here at the time, but there was a fair number of local persons that did join us. And we had difficulties because we're a very small organization. I had difficulties getting up here in order to help coordinate and work through the end of the road and the finish line. And so Andy said, don't worry about it, it's handled, and it was.
Any plans on coming back to the area, Beth, in the future?
For my own self, yes.
Okay.
As far as Hoka Hey is concerned, we're still working through the details of what 2012 is going to look like, and you know, you never can tell what the future is going to bring, but I would love to be able to come back and enjoy this area and the people again.
Well, Beth, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today, and it was a pleasure meeting you and the staff, the producers, and the crew that was with the documentary people, and thank you very much. It was well appreciated.
Thank you.